Alright, so this is the first swing we saw for you today, Jacob. And I told you, like I said, the great news is, buddy, you're dead on that plane line right there. So that's hot. But right there, see the club face is pointing way to the right, and sure enough, that's where the ball went, way out to the woods, out to the right. And then from this face-on angle, what's great is that good balanced finish right there, where you can swing through. You're on top of your left foot, nothing but your right foot, off that nice straight line of your body. That's exactly what you'd see when you look at any of the tour players when they get to their finish. Right like that. Okay? So I love that. And then here, you hit the next one. I just wanted to see what it was like for you to hit the next one. And this one went a little straighter because, as we saw, the face right there was a little more squared up, wasn't it? Right here, it wasn't pointed way out to the right, out to the woods, out to the right, like that first one we saw. Right here. See, this first one we saw, boy, that thing was really point out to the right. And then the next frame, see, here, let me get him right there. You see how that one's more squared up than the one on the right. So, and you understood that real well, and so the next thing I thought to do for you, and you see how the ball went straighter over here on the left. Didn't go dead straight, but it went straighter. And you understood that pretty well, and I thought rather than working on the triangle through impact, remember your triangle wasn't great through impact right there. It kind of looked more like home plate, or like a triangle we drew when we were 2 or 3 years old, little squiggly lines. It's not quite the nice three-sided triangle we would make when we were older. I wanted you to just work on feeling that square face at impact. See, more like that since that went straighter, like you hit a couple others. Okay? So that's why I had you hit all those. Hit one right, hit one left, and hit one straight. So you can feel the contrast, and it'll make you more precisely aware of what the good straight one feels like. Okay? So that's your main thing for you today to learn. Then we start looking at your dad. And what we saw for Dave. Again, all those swings, Dave, were the same on the video. So now you can appreciate, because of the dragnet illustration, you can appreciate they all look the same on the video. Just a little something different with your timing there caused the ball flights and the feels to be a little different. Okay, but then as we got into it now, we started looking at it more closely. What we saw here from this down the line angle, the thing that wasn't like the tour players that I say is most significant is that you're above that line on the downswing, and then from the face-on angle, indeed, those arms were kind of curved, and that left hand was above the right. And so the good news is, by the time you got done here tonight, after working on, first thing was swinging to the right, but here was this other thing that's just so nice here, that hand, those hands turned over so much better, right there. So your glove hand is actually visible underneath your right hand at that point on the new blue, whereas on the old gold it wasn't visible. You go back a frame, left hand was still on top of the right, or here the right hand's on top of the left, which is what we want, and your extension got better, where your hand's a little higher above your head at that point. And then the new blue over here on the left, compared to the old gold over here on the right, from where you started. Dead on the money there, man, on the new blue, instead of the old gold, where you're above it more. Very significant difference there. That close to impact. And now you see the ball starting over here, lower and lefter on the old gold. Whereas over here, like on TV, the ball starts to the right. Always starts to the right. It looks like you shoot it in the right woods because they're all on plane. And the vast majority of them hit a draw. And see, now your club head's more above the line, which is what we want. And you don't see your left elbow. And the face is better, like you noticed, and the shaft is more parallel to the plane line. And that chicken wing is not near as pronounced without you even thinking about it consciously. So that's hot there, buddy. Great work. Great work. And you did that on all of them. Every time you did it, man. Everything started right. Very nice. See how it's starting to the right of that red flag. There's the red flag right there. There's the orange flag over here. So that is beautiful work there, man. That's hot. And like I said, it was with a full swing. I start most people, 95% of them, with a half swing, quarter swing, something like that. So you put it over the full swing. So again, you can learn from that, hey man, I'm apparently pretty coordinated, have some pretty good golf dexterity there, golf aptitude, some kind of aptness. Isn't that cool? Any other thoughts or questions? All right, so we have to do a little bit of some kind of Igor. And then also we got to give a little time there to the rest of the family. There's Josh, and then we got to, like I said, give him a little equal time here. There we go. A little quizzical look, but I think you still believe me about that, buddy. Yeah, there. Give a little equal time to Josh. Yeah. All right. This is Joel Suggs. I sure enjoyed meeting you down at the Cincinnati Golf Show this weekend and showing you your swing on the 2D equipment that I have. And so I want to take about 2 to 3 minutes to just show you around Meadowlinks. This is the studio I use in the winter for all my students. You see there's the down-the-line camera angle for our 2D equipment. And then we have the face-on camera angle also. And then what we also have here is 3D equipment to where I can show you your swing from 6 different camera angles with this 3D equipment. And we can get your swing from down to the 1/120th of a second in terms of exactly what your hips, shoulders, and hands are doing in the swing. And then also, I have the most realistic hitting curve I've ever seen from puttersedge.com. So when you hit your full shots, it feels as realistic as possible. And then I have 3 different green speeds for you to practice your putting. 9.5 on the step meter, 10.5 on the step meter, and 12.5 on the step meter. That's benefited my students tremendously. And then also I have a lot of learning aids like this Smart Stick. You can see the rest of those learning aids over here in my bag that we can work on to help you learn the certain fields in your golf swing that you and I both want. And then also I help my students a lot with their equipment through the winter. This is a frequency analyzer where we twang your club and it gives us a reading here. And then also we plot your whole set, each club on these lines to see if the set is really matched or not. Quite often they aren't, and it helps my students tremendously when they find out what clubs are the offending clubs. And then if we get tired of being indoors and we want to go outdoors and hit some, we can do that. It's my daughter. Ellie, good to see you. I haven't seen her in weeks. No wonder you've been gone, Ellie. You've been out here playing in the snow all this time. But this is our natural turf area. This is closed until April, as you can see. But it's a fantastic area where we can step outside and hit some balls and get some real ball flight. Or, if we get pretty satisfied that things are looking better on the video here, we're kind of cooped up inside and want to go outside, we can step on out and hit balls and see real ball flight for about 5 or 10 or 15 minutes, however long you and I can stand the cold, out into the air, and we see them land at these different flags. I have a yardage book for this driving range. It's the first one I've ever seen in my life where we know exactly what it is for the front, back, and middle of each green. And again, the covered area here is heated, so we stay out there for about 5, 10, 15 minutes, like I said. It enables us to see some ball flight, and then we get satisfied that things are looking the way we want, and we come back inside, take off our coat, and look again at the video equipment to see how your swing's looking, to make sure that you understand it. And then notice too, my exercise ball up top here, and then also, so I help my students a lot with their fitness through the winter, and then I will help you also with your sports psychology, with your golf psychology from the golfpsych.com people down in Texas. That's helped my students tremendously a lot over the years too. So again, I sure enjoyed meeting you down at the Cincinnati Golf Show this weekend. I look forward to seeing you again out here this summer at Meadowlinks, or even right now in the winter. I have a lot of people that work on their games with me right through the winter. Check out more information about the things I do to help you at joelsuggs.com. Take care.